This is the AEW Collision Maximum Carnage January 18, 2025 full show results video, which takes place at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. The show started with a Texas death match between Hangman Page versus Christopher Daniels. Hangman busted Daniels open by ramming a chair to Daniels' head, and the fallen angel was a bloody mess throughout. The big spots early were Hangman with a powerbomb onto open chairs, Hangman with a running stomp off the apron to Daniels' chest through the table, and Daniels with an avalanche runnage through a barbed wire table. Daniels was close to victory by countering a barbed wire buckshot into a flatliner, then a Koji clutch, and Hangman grated the barbed wire into Daniels' face to escape the submission. Daniels maintained control for the best moonsault ever and placed a piece of the barbed wire table on top of Hangman and landed a second BME. The Cowboy beat the 10 count at 9 with a surge of adrenaline to kick Daniels' ass, then Hangman hit a tombstone onto a chair, a Deadeye piledriver onto a chair, and a buckshot lariat to the back of the neck. In the end, Daniels didn't move for the entire 10 count and Hangman Page defeated Christopher Daniels, but he wasn't done fighting. The Cowboy executed Angel's Wings on Daniels after the match. Tony Schiavone interviewed rookie Toni Storm about the Grand Slam Australia title match. Tony says, "It is a dream come true for Storm. Mariah May is the best in the business, and she would like to officially introduce herself to the champ next week." Storm claimed to have never met Mariah May. As Schiavone was about to burst Storm's amnesia, Tony cut him off. She got Schiavone to shout, "It's Tony time." The Hurt Syndicate made a statement in trios action. Bobby Lashley has never been a tag team champion, and that will change. MVP requested a tag title shot for Lashley and Shelton Benjamin against Private Party next week. Then we saw a match between Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Lee Moriarty, Sean Dean, and Carly Bravo. Hot tag to Adam Cole to turn the ride, then he hit a Panama Sunrise on Moriarty. O'Reilly and Strong executed a high-low leg sweep combo on Dean, then O'Reilly pinned Dean, and Undisputed Kingdom won the match. After the match, Shane Taylor mauled the Kingdom and called out Daddy Magic from commentary. Daniel Garcia entered the fray to throw blows with Taylor, then the Kingdom returned fire for 4-on-1. Garcia suplexed the big man to stand tall. Even though the Kingdom helped Garcia, they had lust in their eyes for the TNT title. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega are linked through Don Callis. This is bigger than their egos, and it's time for Ospreay and Omega to have a chat next week. The next match happened between Brian Cage and Lance Archer versus Top Flight. Murder Machine's domination from starting, but the Martin brothers put up a little bit of a fight, but this was pretty much a squash. In the end, Brian Cage and Lance Archer delivered the chokeslam powerbomb combo and won the match by pinfall. Afterward, Action Andretti and Lio Rush attacked Top Flight. Then we saw a segment by the Learning Tree and says they are sure they can trust Jon Moxley. With common enemies, it would behoove Moxley to trust them too. Chris Jericho teased that they might prove it before the match. In backstage, Kingdom appreciated Garcia helping them. In the spirit of competition, they suggested a trios match next week. Daddy Magic will call Papa on Angelo Parker for action. Max Caster comes to the ring then and called out Anthony Bowens to clear the air. Bowens had enough of Caster's arrogance. Tensions rose. Billy Gunn arrived to smooth it over. Caster blamed Daddy Ass for the team's troubles, and he made Bowens choose one or the other. Bowens held out scissor fingers to Caster, then flipped the bird. Then Bowens stood with Billy and Caster broke up with them. Swerve Strickland has his match against Ricochet, but the game of cat and mouse will end before then when Swerve gets his hands on Rick's throat. Then we saw a match between Kazuchika Okada versus Tomohiro Ishii for the AEW Continental Championship. High spots were a superplex from Ishii and a flying elbow drop from Okada. Then Ishii had control down the stretch for a sliding lariat. Okada escaped the brainbuster to deliver a dropkick to the back, then Okada retreated outside to grab the ring bell. In the end, we saw when the referee took the weapon away, Okada struck Ishii with a low blow, then Okada hits a Rainmaker lariat to defeat Tomohiro Ishii by pinfall, and retained the AEW Continental Championship. The next match happened between Dustin Rhodes versus Adam Priest, and the result of this match was Dustin Rhodes defeated Adam Priest by pinfall with the Crossroads followed by a final reckoning. The next match happened between Julia Hart versus Harley Cameron. Harley was angry about the black mist staining her face and she started aggressive. Harley showed more grit than usual by escaping an octopus stretch. In the end, Julia Hart defeated Harley Cameron by submission with the Heartless Lock. Then we see that the Learning Tree beat up Will Hobbs backstage. It was implied that Jericho hit Powerhouse in the knee with his baseball bat. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith versus Adam Copeland, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, Will Hobbs and Outrunners. Hobbs did not arrive to start the match. Cope hit an impaler DDT to Moxley on stage. Marina Schaffer entered the ring from the far side with the title case. The referee blocked her from cheating, then Cope sized up a spear, but Pac ran in with a big boot to save Moxley. The Death Riders put a black bag over Cope's head and tried to kidnap him, then FTR made the save. They all brawled through the crowd to leave the match. Meanwhile, Turbo Floyd needed to make a hot tag, but nobody was there. Then Powerhouse Hobbs arrived to smash the learning tree, hits a spinebuster on Keith to win the match by pinfall. Powerhouse Hobbs and Outrunners celebrates, and the collision goes off the air.